Let's see what's in the New Zealand Ocean. Starting off strong with an endangered species, we have the New Zealand fur seal. There are only about 4,000 of these guys left on the planet, and they are super playful. I'm going to be making a separate video of these guys just because we spent so much time with them, and this guy was like 1,000 pounds in front of me. Up next, we got the brittle star, real alien-looking thing, and at first I was going to let it go, but then I got to thinking, I was like, yo, I've never seen anyone eat one of these, so I'm going to give it a shot. This jellyfish looks like an absolute alien. I'm very curious what it is. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lobster in that hole, and we were able to catch it. The lobsters here are absolutely enormous. Up next, we found a baby. This one was too small to keep, so we tried to let it go, but it wouldn't let go of my hand. Eventually, it did wind up swimming backwards, which is always cool to see. Next, we did a check for great whites, because this is massive great white territory. Luckily, there were no sharks in the area that we could see. And this was the literal reason that I traveled to New Zealand. These are called kenna. They're pretty much giant sea urchins. They're delicious. You can observe them on the seafloor, and once you pick them up, you can almost see they have like a tint of red to them when the sun hits. They're super, super pretty. Up next, we swam through this kelp forest, and all of these strands of kelp go all the way to the bottom. So they're anywhere from 20 to 50 feet. They kind of like to feed on the kelp. So usually when you find vegetation, you'll find the sea urchins and also the pallet. This is a delicacy, and it's kind of like a giant sea snail. You might call them abalone. They're called pow out here. They have a very blue shell, and it's a slightly different species than you see in the western states. The last thing we're going to go over is an optical illusion I felt for. Every time I was swimming, it kind of looked like the rocks were moving, but really there was just so much vegetation that that's all that was moving. But sometimes you'd be swimming, look down, and be like, oh my god, the ground beneath me is moving.